Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and man, I really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to hang with me a little bit and watch the video. Really appreciate that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about jig colors. You guys know I've done a couple videos last couple days that we started up the new Blaukat Throwback Jig, and what I'm going to do today, guys, is we got them in 6 different colors, and I'm going to go over each jig color, and I'm going to explain to you the situation that you need to throw a certain color in, because based upon time of the year, water clarity, water temperature, sunlight condition, all that stuff factors in, especially when you're talking about fishing a live rubber jig like the throwback jig. So I'm going to go through each one of these and sort of lay out the scenario that they work the best in today's video. Also, guys, just a quick invitation. You've heard me talk about it a lot the last couple of months. We got our Fish in the Moment lake map breakdowns got started up again. You know, we discontinued them for a couple of years, got them started back up with some new improvements on it. And these are great resources. These are lakes maps that I build for fishinthemoment.com. Great resources to learn more about your favorite lake, to get some good spots for you to try. And if you're going to a lake you've never been before, it'll give you some good spots to start out on. So I'll put the Fish in the Moment lake map breakdown link in the description of this video. Really appreciate it. Okay, guys, you guys may have heard this, but I've been partnering, or I have partnered with Cumberland Lures to design the new Blaukat Throwback Jig. We talked about it in the video a couple days ago, and specifically what we did is we had to decide what colors we wanted. So I was working with Cumberland Lures, and I told them the 6 colors that I really wanted to have for this jig line, because they pretty much cover about every scenario. So I'm going to go through each one of them and sort of explain to you when and why I like to use each particular jig color. Okay, guys, starting out, let's start out with the straight brown. This is a straight brown living rubber. Guys, if you could probably give me one color of jig to fish, it's like, Randy, you got one color jig that you can fish. That's the only color you can have. It'd probably be the solid brown here, because it's extremely versatile depending upon the trailer that you put on it. A brown jig can be good in clear water, in between colored water, and even off colored water, basically depending upon the trailer you use. For example, if you're fishing dirty water, I could put like a brown or black, a black or blue trailer on it. It would be good in dirty water. If I wanted to fish like that in between water, like it's sort of got a stain, but it's not real clear, I could go with like a green pumpkin and dip the pinchers on my trailer like chartreuse or orange. Or if it's clear water, I can put like just a watermelon trailer and it'd be real natural looking. So this is a very versatile jig color. It works anytime you've got water visibility between 1 foot or greater. A brown is going to be a really good choice depending upon the trailer that you use. And also, guys, a brown is a really good choice for all 3 species. So if you have a lake that has a mix of largemouth, spotted bass, and smallmouth, a brown is the color that will catch them, all 3 species, really good. Okay, guys, the next one we'll talk about, I've got several different browns because they're so good. The next one is one of my sort of favorite custom colors. And again, guys, you can get these at Tackle Warehouse. I'll put the Tackle Warehouse link in the description. They sold out yesterday, the very first day they came out, but you can still place an order and they'll be restocked just in a couple weeks here. But this is one of my custom colors, guys. This is a brown, blue, and orange color. Now, guys, you don't see this very much, but I have smoked them on this color. And when you're talking about different browns, a lot of the accent colors have to do with different times of the year. This is probably my favorite fall time jig color. It's like, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but from about, October, November, and December, they bite this thing everywhere. I almost won a Bassmaster Top 150 on this exact color on Lake Martin. I was leading it after 2 days, and then the area I was fishing got flooded out with 8 inches of rain that next day and trashed my area. But anyway, that the brown, blue, and orange, really good color. Again, in a wide range of water clarities. Ideally, for the brown, blue, and orange, I like that water clarity to be 2 to 5 foot. That tournament at Lake Martin that I almost won, the water visibility was like 3.5 or 4 feet, pretty clear. And guys, with this combo, we'll talk about trailers in a later video, but almost always I use a solid blue trailer with this, like a blue Zoom Super Chunk or something. There's something about this combo with the blue trailer works really, really good. Okay, my next brown one is a brown with just straight orange in it. Now, guys, here's one of the things I found out in fishing that I don't really understand. It's like the brown, blue, and orange, which is very similar to this will work good in the fall time, but the straight brown and orange, this is a pre-spawn color. So anytime that water temperature is about between like 45 and 60 during the pre-spawn, this is my favorite color right here. I catch a ton of fish on a brown and orange jig. Most of the time I'll couple it up with a green pumpkin trailer that I dye the tails either orange or chartreuse. Probably my favorite setup that I do with this lot is I'll put that like a green pumpkin trailer, and I dye half of it orange, where it's like the half of the trailer that's hit up by the skirt here is brown, so you got just a bunch of orange coming off it. And guys, pre-spawn bass love that color, that setup. Okay, the next one, guys, is everybody's favorite, just the old black and blue living rubber here. This is like a super versatile color for a lot of different conditions. Day in and day out, it's hard to beat this if you have the right water clarity. You can catch them on a black and blue jig in really clear water, especially if you're fishing at night. But for me, when I fish a black and blue jig, I want water visibility to be between about 8 inches to maybe 3 foot at the most. And the cleaner the water, one thing you'll find out about black and blue, the cleaner the water, the heavier cover that you need to fish the jig in. So say, for example, if the water visibility is 3 foot and I'm trying to flip isolated stumps, this may not be that good of a color, but if I'm trying to flip flooded bushes with 3 foot of visibility, this would be a good color. So with the black and blue jig, I usually use either a blue trailer or a black trailer. Sometimes I'll use a green pumpkin trailer if the water's a little bit cleaner. That's sort of a color that doesn't get used much. But my favorite trailer setup with this is a solid blue trailer with the black and blue jig. Water visibility about a foot and a half or so, like that. Next one, guys, is one of my favorites that people don't fish much anymore, black and chartreuse. And actually I've trimmed the skirt on this one up a little bit. Black and chartreuse is an excellent dirty water color, obviously. This is the first Bassmaster tournament I ever won, Bassmaster Top 100 at Bugs Island. This is the color jig I was using. I was using the green trailer behind it in that tournament, but it's also really good with a solid black trailer or a blue trailer. The best dirty water jig color you can have is a black and chartreuse like this with a solid black trailer. It really silhouettes a lot. And if the water visibility, say like, 4 to 8 inches, I'll use, the solid black trailer. If the water visibility is like, say a foot and a half, I'll go with the blue trailer. And if that water visibility is around 2 foot, I'll go with the green pumpkin trailer a lot of times. Also, guys, black and chartreuse jig is a really good color if you have a lake that's got a lot of spotted bass in it. A lot of people don't equate a black and chartreuse jig for spotted bass, but all you guys that fish like all the Alabama river lakes, Chattahoochee River lakes, and that have the big spotted bass, the big Alabama spotted bass, try a black and chartreuse jig with a green pumpkin trailer on it and see what happens. Really good color. And finally, guys, was sort of another off-ball color that I designed, a green pumpkin with a chartreuse skirt. This is another one that I figured out over the years, like the brown, blue, and orange. This is a really good color for flipping an off-colored water if you have the water visibility that's not really, really dirty. So let's say, for example, if I have water visibility that's like 12 inches, and there's a couple different combinations that could work good. One of the colors that the fish do not see very much is a green pumpkin living rubber with a chartreuse on it. And I usually pair it up with like a green pumpkin trailer dip chartreuse. And if I've got water visibility around a foot and a half or foot and a half, this is one of my favorite colors for fishing that scenario. And this is also a really good fall color to use. So anyway, guys, just a quick overview of jig colors out there. It sort of gives you a foundation. Like I said, ever since I designed the throwback jig, we're going to be doing a lot of jig videos, sort of giving you guys, a really good baseline to begin if you don't know much about jig fishing, or even if you do. So we'll be doing quite a bit of jig stuff. But anyway, guys, if you want to pick up some, Tackle Warehouse link in the description, you can get them there. And we'll talk to y'all later. See you.